I'll be sending it to the folks that weren't able to join us today. But first and foremost, I just want to thank you all for taking the time to join me today. Study abroad is something I'm very passionate about, and so I'm really excited to be able to share this with all of you. I hope that you enjoyed your orientation days and enjoyed your trip to Fargo, if this is your first time up to Fargo, as well as are getting excited to come to school here in just a few more weeks. Summer's gone really by fast, so I can't believe that we're all about to start a new semester. So I hope all of you are excited and are looking forward to joining us here. But just to get started, I figured what I do is kind of go into just an introduction about myself and also the other study abroad coordinator who won't be able to attend this meeting, as well as we'll kind of learn more about study abroad. And like I said earlier, we'll have some questions and answer time at the end here. But to kind of get started, um, let's see. There we go. So our study abroad team is just two of us at the currently. So my name is Sam Ellenson. I'm one of the study abroad coordinators. I have just finished my first year in this position, but I've been working at NDSU for the past 4 years. So I've been working in residence life. So I enjoy knowing all the students on campus. I really enjoy the NDSU community, and I'm really excited to be able to provide this opportunity for students to kind of see the world and really grow from it. In my position as a study abroad coordinator, I advise the students that are in the um, colleges of business, engineering, and then health professions and human science. And then the other study abroad coordinator we have is Tasha Carey Waselk. Tasha is an NDSU alumni. So she had actually studied abroad through NDSU when she was a student. She went to Mexico and she went to India. And she decided she loved NDSU so much, she decided to stay. So she's been in our office for about 7 years now, working in various positions and is currently a study abroad coordinator. She advises the colleges of arts and sciences, as well as the College of Agriculture, Food Systems, and Natural Resources. Both of us are happy to kind of answer questions and help you on your study abroad journey. Um, but if you want kind of specifics for your college, I would recommend you either reach out to me or reach out to Tasha based on your specific major. So, as we kind of get into study abroad, I like to ask, what are some things that come to your mind when it comes to studying abroad? So, if you'd like, you can throw down maybe a word, maybe a phrase into the chat here, and we'll see kind of what comes to mind when you think of study abroad. New experiences, yeah. Explore different parts of the world, absolutely. Language study, yeah. And I'll give maybe a few more seconds here if any of you have any more. See different cultures, absolutely. Yeah, I think all of those are excellent. So new experiences, exploring different parts of the world, language study, see different cultures. That is absolutely the core of study abroad. Um, I all the students I work with, and even through my experiences abroad, Tasha's experiences abroad, we've really gained like a profound appreciation for the world through these really kind of life-changing experiences of being abroad and experiencing new cultures. It's also just so much fun to be able to explore different parts of the world. I like to tell people, especially as you're kind of getting into college, this is almost the perfect time to be able to study abroad because once you graduate, it's tough to be able to go and spend maybe 3 months abroad. So it's the perfect time. And then language study, highly recommend giving language study a try. I think it's a really great way to kind of learn more about yourself, learn about different cultures, and so on. So when we look at, uh, well, we've asked the same question to previous students, and let me see if I can get it here. There we go. So previous students have said that the words that come to mind for study abroad is that it's fun, culture, experience, adventure, travel, and then two they also write is Europe. and expensive. So a lot of students tend to gravitate towards Europe. Europe is the most popular place to study abroad, even outside of like the US. So other Europeans are studying abroad in Europe. It's the most popular place in the world to go. But we have over 70 countries we can send students to on all the continents. So there's plenty of options for you. And then a common question, and I remember getting this question a lot, even at our orientation resource fair, is it expensive? So we'll be getting into kind of how the expenses can look like when it comes to studying abroad. But I can tell you now, it is more affordable than you think, and more available than you think. So next, I kind of want to get into there we go. Some of the quotes from our previous study abroad alumni. So these next slides are all students that have studied abroad through our office, and they had a wonderful time. And so the first one we have here is Cole. He went to England to study psychology, and he said, one of the most beneficial things about studying abroad is it helps you to adapt to a new lifestyle. I gained perspectives which increased my confidence and happiness back on campus. This is a very, very common thing I see amongst students who have returned from studying abroad. They seem to have like a new air of confidence about themselves. They feel more sure about kind of themselves as well as what they're studying and are more passionate about what they're studying. Next one, they said the culture in the United States is so fast paced when really our patients need a listening ear more often than we provide. I will be more understanding as a nurse and culturally competent. So this is one of our students who participated in one of our nursing programs in the past. In the past, we've been able to have through a collaboration with Sanford to be able to go to another part of the world and do some nursing clinics. And so hopefully in the future we'll be able to continue doing those. But it provides a really cool opportunity to kind of learn more about other people and get a hands-on experience with a diverse population. Next one here, they were civil engineering and they went to Costa Rica and they said, I learned skills that cannot be taught in a classroom. I learned to relate with people from completely different walks of life. And it's so important to be able to have those skills to kind of work with people from all different parts, walks of life, different cultures, different backgrounds. And especially as you're thinking about what you may want to do after you graduate college, is these skills they stay with you for a lifetime, and they really are game changers. Both in my experience and Tasha's experience, we really find that like our experience abroad has really helped us be able to like be more marketable as professionals, as well as it provides like a deeper connection to people from all over the world. And our last one here, we have a student that went to Dubai, and they were for hospitality and event management. They said, being in Dubai changed my perception of people. Humanity really is the same, though we become individuals through our culture, our nation, and our day-to-day life. I realize people are people no matter where in the world they live. That's something that, again, it resonates a lot with me. Um, in my time abroad, I really found it so fascinating just kind of how same we are, despite, our different upbringings, our different ways of life, and that we're really just people that want to just care about each other. Um, so after, excuse me. So like when it comes to study abroad, people often think that study abroad is just you go to a foreign university and you take classes there. And it can actually be a lot more than that. So we've had in the past, we've had groups go for musical performance, whether that's like choir, whether that's orchestra. We've had athletics go abroad, whether that's to like learn about like exercise science or have like their experiences with maybe athletics in a different country. We do student teaching abroad. That's really, really cool opportunity for anyone that's studying education. We also do internships. And so if you're looking for like a summer internship, this is a really great opportunity to get some hands-on experience in your field. So I've had students that go abroad for business, engineering, medical, whether that's agriculture, lots of cool experiences for internships. We've also done service learning. So if you want to have like volunteering, you can do volunteering abroad as well. If you're thinking like, I maybe want to do some research, maybe I want to go to grad school, we also do have research opportunities too. And then finally, we also have domestic. So one of the things people think about study abroad is that you're only going to another country. So we also do have domestic programs. And so we have what's called National Student Exchange. We're part of this group that has like, I think over 100 universities within the US, Canada, Puerto Rico, Guam, Virgin Islands. And so those are universities that you can go to and study at. And while you're not going abroad, you're getting a very new experience from just being in Fargo. Plus, a lot of those universities have some really cool specific programs. So, for example, maybe you're a biology major. You can go to Alaska and study marine biology, like we had a student do last year. So that you can get kind of those specific programs that maybe you can't get here in North Dakota. So when it comes to our programs, we have typically four time frames that you can go for. First, you can go for an academic year. Next, you can go for a semester, either your fall or your spring semester, as well as summer and spring break. So for any year or semester program, we don't allow first year students to go on these. But once you hit sophomore and up, you're welcome to go for these programs. We just want to make sure that you're getting your like first year experience here on campus, because those really provide you with a lot of the skills that you're going to need to go abroad. Plus, that's when you're making the most connections at college. Um, but if you're really excited to go abroad as a first year student, you can certainly go on summer as well as during spring break. And then we also have, like I said, over 70 countries, including the US, that we can send students to. So plenty of options all over the world. So when it comes to the academic side of studying abroad, these classes that you can take can go towards your gen ed requirements. They can go to your major, and they can go from to your minor. And students from any major can study abroad. Depending on your major, there may be some better times for you to go. I think, for instance, like anything like nursing, probably like junior, senior year, you're doing their clinicals here in the U.S. Probably can't study abroad for a semester, but maybe you can go during a summer or maybe a semester beforehand. What we ultimately do is try to work with you to find that right time to go abroad, and then really try to help you find those classes that you want to take so you can bring them back here to NDSU to count towards any of your major requirements. Now, going back to, like I said, a lot of people question, is study abroad expensive? My answer is it can be, but it also cannot be. So there's many affordable options here at NDSU, and we typically have two types of programs. The first program is what we call an exchange program. And so with an exchange program, you're going to be paying your NDSU tuition and fees as you normally do. The only extra costs might be your flight over, as well as, if you have to get a passport or anything like that. Um, the way that generally works is you do have a international student who is paying their university's tuition, housing, meals, things like that. And so essentially you're covering each other to exchange. So that's a really cool, affordable way to go abroad. We also do have programs where you would be paying a program fee. And so this program fee makes it so the program fee covers your tuition, it covers housing, it covers meals typically, and it can vary from in prices. But the nice thing is that we waive the tuition here at NDSU. So you're never going to be paying double. Following on with kind of financials is you are able to use financial aid and private loans. And so as you go through your application process, we work with you to develop a budget. And so with this budget, you can bring it to financial aid and they'll meet with you and figure out, do you need to take out any extra financial aid if you wish? And they make it really easy for you to be able to pay for these programs. And like I said, a lot of these programs can be pretty comparable to what you're currently paying, excuse me, as a student. And so you may not need to take out a lot more at all. Um, but we also do have study abroad scholarships. So if you go on our website, you can actually see all of our scholarships, as well as we do have scholarships listed for federal scholarships for anyone who's a Pell Grant recipient, as well as we do have scholarships for like specific countries. And we also have a list for just other general NDSU scholarships. Any scholarships that you receive typically can be used for studying abroad. There may be some details with your specific scholarship awards, but as long as you're receiving a cash balance for your tuition, you can typically use it for study abroad. So next, we typically have, like I said, well, we have two general types of programs. So again, we do have like faculty-led, so NDSU faculty-led programs. And so these are where you're going to be going with NDSU faculty and other NDSU students. Typically, these are going to be during spring break and sometimes during summer. And so every year, depending on the availability of faculty, or if a program runs maybe every other year, every year it can have a different roster of faculty-led programs. But these programs are open to freshmen. So as we had students come back, we try to figure out what do they what kind of experiences did they have sorry. We asked them kind of like feedback on their experience. And so compared to what they originally said, some have said it's the best decision of my life. Some have said it's life-changing, eye-opening, worth it, amazing, transformative. I have not met a student yet who has studied abroad who has not gained something and grown positively because of it. So I highly recommend you give study abroad a thought. So we will be having an event here on campus, and so it's going to be in the Memorial Union. So the Memorial Union is going to be where we had the resource fair for your orientation. It's going to be in the basement in Thundar's Den, which is right next to all the food. And so this is our Go Global Festival. So we'll be having some of our study abroad providers. We'll also have some of our faculty there who are going to be talking about their own study abroad programs that they're going to be running. And so that'll be Thursday, September 4th from 10 a.m. to 2. And so if you maybe forget about it, we'll definitely have posters everywhere and you'll be getting emails because we'd love to have you and be able to share with you kind of what programs we have available this year. And then finally, if when you're back on campus, you're always welcome to stop by our office. And so our office is right next to Caribou. So grab a coffee, stop by, and Tasha and I are happy to answer any questions or try to find programs with you. So with that being said, I know that was a lot of information, maybe a little quickly, but I wanted to see what questions do you have about studying abroad? And you can feel free to throw those in the chat. You can raise your hand and however that works best for you. All right, so first question I see here is, how far in advance do you need to sign up for a study abroad program? Good question. So typically it's going to be the semester prior. So if you are wanting to do a program during the spring semester, you would have an application in by October 1st of the previous semester, so fall semester. If you want to do like a fall semester program, you would finish your application in spring. So it's typically a month, not a month, a semester in advance. But if you're interested in studying abroad, I recommend coming in as early as you want. The earlier you come in, the easier it is to kind of help figure out kind of what classes do you want to take, where you want to go, and find that right program for you. And you're not like stressing about trying to meet a deadline as much. Next question is, can transfer students take part? Yes, absolutely. Yes, you're a transfer student, but you're 100% an NDSU student, and we certainly want you to study abroad, and this is certainly a opportunity that's available for you. Whether that's going to be a full semester, whether that's spring break, whether that's summer, we will certainly be happy to help you find a program. Next one is here. What type of classes do they take abroad? Good question. So it depends on the program. So with all the universities that we work with, again, we can work with we have some partnership institutions abroad. We have program providers that work with institutions. And so, depending on the university, there may be different classes available, which I should say they do have classes in English. So you don't need to know like Italian or Japanese or anything. Though I do recommend taking a language course or two. But the classes you can take, they can be ranging from, say, you're an engineering student. You can certainly take like civil engineering, mechanical engineering, mathematics. Say you're a business student, you can certainly take any like international businesses, marketing, all those things. So what we'll do is work with you to find those opportunities for you. But I have yet to find students, opportunities where students can't find classes. I've even found some very obscure ones. Again, I work with engineering students, so I found students that needed like um, concrete construction and steel construction classes, which I found. So there's a lot of opportunities. Next one here is what does a typical school schedule look like during a study abroad program, and what level of foreign language knowledge is needed for classes? Yeah, as I said, you don't need to know a foreign language, which is really nice. If you do, awesome. Maybe you can take classes in that language. But most of our partner institutions and study abroad provider institutions that we work with will have classes in English available for you. Um, but a typical school schedule during a study abroad program will be pretty comparable maybe to your time here at NDSU. If you're going to be doing a full semester program, we would still have you enroll in as like a full-time student. So you'd be taking at least 12 credits. And so you'll be having, pretty typical schedule. Now, kind of what that looks like during the week, it can vary. I had a student who somehow, some way, they were able to get classes on Monday through Wednesday. So, she was able to basically travel from Thursday through Sunday. And when I was talking to her when she returned, she had actually traveled to 12 different countries in Europe. And so sometimes that will really work out for you, where you'll maybe have those extra days off. But otherwise, I'd say it's pretty comparable to your time here at NDSU. And then even the institutions you go to, you can still participate in things such as clubs and other activities. So there's really kind of a lot of cool ways that you can get involved and really kind of round out that study abroad experience that you had. Any other questions I could answer? All right. Is the grading the same while doing study abroad? Yeah. So the way it typically works is your grade, whatever classes you take abroad, they'll transfer back to our university, NDSU, as transfer credits. So those are basically pass or fail. So as long as you are you pass your classes, they'll come back as pass credits. And so the grading can vary. If you're looking for like specifics, the grading can vary depending on the institution you go to, well, the university, excuse me, the country you go to, because every country tends to have some kind of different nuances to the grading system. But at the end of the day, your credits will come back as pass or fail, which is great because it's essentially like a 4.0. Other questions I could answer. All right. So I counted to 20 in my head, like I try to do. And so if you do have any further questions, I highly recommend you reach out to either myself or Tasha Carey-Waselk. Um, all our information is on our website, as well as when I send out this recording, I'll put our contact information, excuse me, in that email, as well as I'll provide links for how you can set up a meeting with us. So if you'd like, you can meet with us, even during the summer here, or even when you get back on campus. But feel free to, use that link to set up a meeting with us, and we're happy to meet with you. And then again, any questions whatsoever, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We are more than happy and more than excited to help you find your study abroad experience. So with that being said, again, really appreciate you all taking the time out of your days to spend it with me and learn more about study abroad. Um, and I hope you have a great rest of your summer, and I hope that you have a great move in. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you all on campus. Thank you, everybody.